at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into WTIM, your information station. Time now for our second segment of the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Noren's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We will be speaking with Lisa Mayhall over the phone in this one, principal over at Pana Junior High. How are you, Lisa?
Good. How are you doing today?
Doing super well. Thanks so much for taking the time, being here with us today. It's the summer months for you, so things slowing down just a little bit for you.
Yes, they are. Very slow, which we really appreciate during this time to kind of catch our breath before the new school year.
Oh, I can't imagine. Catch your breath and enjoy a little bit of silence there. And the teachers, the administration, definitely enjoying this summer. But Lisa Mayhall, tell us a little bit about you, your involvement over with Pana Junior High School as principal. How long you been there? Give us all of it.
Yeah, so I started here in Pana Schools back in 2011. I'm originally from the Wichita, Kansas area, but we moved out here back then, and in 2011. I started off teaching sixth grade reading, and I taught that for about 10 years. Wow. And then just kind of wanted to do something a little bit different. So I got my principalship endorsement, and the position kind of came open, and I looked into it. And so I started here in this spot in 2021. So this will be starting my fourth year here as the junior high principal.
Okay, really, really awesome. A Wichita, Kansas native, but with Pana Junior High School as principal since 2021. A long history of education there. It's all been very cool to hear about. How have things changed? I'm sure there's many big changes here, but how initially, just off the top of your head, from being a teacher to in the administration role, how have those responsibilities kind of changed?
Well, when I was in the classroom, obviously my focus was, the kids, and there were lots of them. Being in a junior high setting, we have probably about 90 to 100 kids throughout the day that I felt like I was responsible for. Mm-hmm. Moving into this position, the teachers here in the school, they're my new kids. And so I feel responsible for them every single day. And I just really try to make it a priority to respect them as professionals. They're the experts in their different content areas. I really try hard to push for a work-life balance to where, family first, and you got to make that time to cut it off at the end of the day of your job, and then have time in the evenings for your families. And we just really promote fun. We want to enjoy what we're doing every day. And so when we're having fun with it, I think that we're more just excited about our profession, and we just want to do more with it also. But as far as things change, I've been within education for 24 years. And so I would say probably the biggest change, obviously, is the whole digital era that we've entered in. When I first started teaching, we barely had computers, I felt like, and then now we're to where kids all have a computer every single day, which is good, and there's a lot of good things that have come from it. But then I've also noticed too that some kids lack skills that are just, your paper pencil type of skills. And so here lately we've been talking a lot about pulling back on some of that stuff, that we need to get kids maybe less computer time and more, face-to-face time, back to paper pencil and that type of stuff.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering when technology was going to be too much. When I was in elementary school, I was a paper and pencil kid, and I was like, I can't wait for this internet fad to be over. And I waited a long time for that. It never happened. But it's interesting to hear the directions schools are gonna end up going with to try to wean off of technology, maybe to enhance more social interactions. There, we're gonna get into that in just a little bit here. This is Lisa Mayhall, principal over at Pana Junior High. Let's talk about this upcoming 2024-2025 school year. Can we begin with registration?
Yeah, awesome. Our registration is completely online. So it will go live on our website starting July 22nd. We like for everybody to be registered by August 5th, so that we have a good head count as to who's going to be present this year. So parents can go to the Pana Schools website. It's just panaschools.com. And on that website, there's a menu for parents, and they will go into our Lumen Touch Parent Portal. So that's like our online portal for students and teachers and parents to access grades, lunch accounts, and then obviously here at the beginning of the year, registration. So parents have passwords and login information that they'll use. If they need help getting that reset, or if they forgot, they can always call any school secretary and they will help them with that. I will let parents know it is easier to complete on a computer than on your phone. We do have a lot of parents that will try to do it on their phone and kind of get frustrated that something doesn't look right. So I would encourage you maybe just to set aside some time that you could get onto a computer. I mean, the library is open if you don't have one at home, that you could go there and just make sure that you get on there. All of your child's information is updated, that we have current addresses, current phone numbers, emergency contacts, those types of things all need to be updated on there. Yeah. There's a place you can make online payments for registration fees. If you'd rather drop off a check here at the school, you can do that as well. But yeah, so the 22nd, we'll be looking for parents to kind of start hopping online and getting their kids set up for the year.
Perfect. And you want them registered by August 5th, probably trying to do that sooner rather than later.
Yes, yeah,
absolutely.
Definitely.
And when you're making the transition from elementary to junior, are there with Pana Junior High School any requirements in terms of health documents, checkups, something like that?
Yeah, our sixth graders do need a physical. They need, and it will go through all that on the registration form, tell them what they need. It also is for our sixth graders a year for their shots. I don't know exactly which ones they're required to have, but I do know it is a shot year. So all that information will be on registration for parents to see. And then if they have any additional questions, they can always call our school nurse here at the junior high to get set up for that.
Okay, perfect. A shot year. I haven't heard a call to that, but that's exactly what it is, a shot year. And it's a good thing to know. It is a shot year. You don't have to exactly know what shot they're getting there, but that can be handled with the school nurse.
Well, she can point them in the right direction to get those things taken care of. Yeah.
Perfect. Alrighty. This is Lisa Mayhall, once again, principal at Pana Junior High. Before we get into our first time out here, Lisa, let's talk a little about during the year extracurricular activities that students are involved with over at Pana Junior High.
Yeah, so we do offer band and chorus for all of our students. That is something that they can take during the school day here. We also have student council. These kids help out with our school celebrations that we do throughout the year, and they're also a big part of our concession stands during basketball and volleyball games. So we rely on them a lot. Earlier I talked about making school a fun place to be. We put this into the hands of our kids, where we want our kids planning these activities and executing them, to the students and leading them for the students. We also have a group called the Panther Den. These are students that are nominated by teachers for their academic achievement, leadership in the classroom, and they do a lot of stuff in our community. So they help with our weekend food bags for students. They put on like a 9/11 memorial service here for us, a Veterans Day program. They do a heroes breakfast in the winter where we invite all local first responders out in the area, and the kids serve them breakfast and everything. That's always a fun time every year. As far as sports, in the fall, like I said earlier, starting off pretty soon here at the end of July will be softball and baseball. So be watching for announcements for when first practice is for that. When we get to September, we start our winter sports, which seems kind of early, but girls basketball will be starting by the end of September, and then into boys basketball through most of winter. By January, we're starting volleyball for the girls. And then before you know it, it's spring, and we've got track and field. And 6th through 8th grade students can play all of these sports. We do have teams available for all of them. The 6th graders are kind of more practice and not as mini games as our 7th and 8th, but we do offer it for our 6th graders.
Very, very awesome. Laying out the extracurricular activities and some of the sports there. You brought up student council and the Panther Den. These are real responsibilities, real work, real execution needs to be done in a lot of these projects. Have you seen this kind of recognition or maybe more of ways to get students to be able to perform these responsibilities before they get into high school? Has there been more action for that?
Yeah, there really has. We, we always I always say we don't work harder than the students sometimes, and we want to put more responsibility into the students and try getting them ready for adult responsibilities, especially when they get up to high school. I tell parents all the time, junior high is a transition from a little kid to a big kid. And so we try to just put little things in their hands and guide them. And so hopefully by the time they leave here in 8th grade, they feel very confident in their leadership skills and, being able to plan something or getting up in front of a group of students and leading an activity, those types of things. So these 2 programs have really helped with that.
Middle school, you called it transitional period there. Definitely a weird time for all of us getting through that. But these added initiatives definitely makes you more familiar with who you are and gives you a little bit better of a look at your path moving into the future there. So that is really awesome. We're learning a lot from Lisa Mayhall here, principal over at Pana Junior High School. We'll be right back from our timeout in just a little bit. You've been listening to the WTIM Pana Morning Show right here on WTIM, your information station.
Your information station, WTIM.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn slightly higher, beans lower, and wheat trading steady. July corn up 7, 402 3/4. September corn up a penny, 394 1/4. New crop December 408 1/2, up 3/4. July beans 1173 1/2, down 3/4. August beans down 7 1/4. 1141 3/4. New crop November 1088 3/4, down 10 3/4. September wheat up 2 3/4, 573 1/4. December wheat 597 up 2 1/2. July bean meal 375.90, down 360. July bean oil down to $1.45, 47.55. Livestock market at this hour. August feeders 260.10, up 92 cents. August live cattle up $1.02, 185.37. July lean hogs 89.75, up 7 cents. Energy market August crude oil down 37 cents, 81.96. I'm Jim Taylor.
Attention hunters and gun owners, you must get to Locked and Loaded Sportsman Paradise in Pana. Take the short drive and shop Central Illinois' premier gun shop. Come see the huge inventory of firearms, ammo, hunting supplies, and accessories. In stock now, custom designed Locked and Loaded t-shirts and headgear. Brush up on your shooting skills at the indoor range featuring 7 shooting lanes. If it has to do with firearms or hunting, you'll find it at Locked and Loaded on Route 16 East in Pana. Locked and Loaded, open 6 days a week. Like them on Facebook.
Star Spangled Savings this week at your locally owned Pana Save a Lot. Eric and Tim here with this week's Firecracker deals.
Boneless center cut pork chops, $2.49 a pound.
USDA inspected T-bone steaks, $5.99 a pound.
Red or green seedless grapes, only $1.49 a pound.
Family pack of pork steak or Western style ribs, $2.39 a pound.
48-ounce containers of Crown Creamery ice cream, only $2.99.
Fresh cantaloupes, $2.49.
And vine ripe tomatoes, only 99 cents a pound.
These prices are good through Tuesday, July 9th at your locally owned Pana Save a Lot.
Hope to see you soon.
Dinner time just got easier with Pizza Man of Pana. Enjoy great food that includes amazing pizza, tasty pasta, salad bar, and chili. On Monday nights, enjoy the spaghetti special with garlic bread and a side salad for $8. On Tuesday nights, come in for the lasagna special with garlic bread and a side salad for $9. On Wednesday nights, grab yourself an individual pizza and side salad for $9. Pizza Man of Pana is proud to be serving Pana and the surrounding areas with great Italian food since 1985.
With over 8 hours a day of agriculture programming weekdays and 2 hours on Saturdays, WTIM AM, FM, and online is your ag information station. Listen by tuning in on air or online and listen to WTIM Ag podcasts anytime.
I'm Perry Stanfa, owner of Central Illinois Truck Service in Greenville. Our certified diesel engine technicians serve customers all over the area. Connect with us by clicking our icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
Welcome back into the WTIM Pana Morning Show, brought to you by our title sponsor, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, along with Pizza Man, Norton's Hardware, your Pana Save-A-Lot, Whiskey Bill's Saloon and Liquor Emporium, the City of Pana, and Locked and Loaded Limited. We've been speaking with Lisa Mayhall. She's the principal over at Pana Junior High. Talked about some of the extracurriculars kids are involved with, some of the registration moving into the 2024-2025 school year. Now, Lisa, talk to me a little bit about the day-to-day. What does a typical day look like for students over at Pana Junior High?
So a typical day, we have what we call nine class periods throughout the day. We get started by 8:05 in the morning, dismiss around 3:18 in the afternoon. So of those 9 class periods, 6 of them are what we call our core classes for our students. And so these would be your classes like a reading class, language arts, math, science, social studies, wellness, which is our PE, and then once a week they try to do some different health topics throughout the year. So every student has those 6 core classes every single day. Then they each get to pick an elective class. This is where we try to bring in different topics that we feel like kids would be interested in, or even try to get them thinking about different career choices when they get older. So we offer, in the fall, we offer what we call an outdoor resource class, and students basically learn about different outdoor resources, especially in terms of like hunting and fishing. Wow. And one of the cool things about this class is when they finish, they are able to obtain their hunter safety license. Wow. To be able to go out and use that. So we've always got lots of kids interested in that. We have what we call video editing or communications type class. Cool. So like last year, this group would put together a newscast for the school. And they would take on every role from coming up with the story ideas to videoing different things. They learned all the different types of editing, like B-rolls and background and all sorts of stuff during that. They really enjoyed that. Wow. And they're going to continue that this year. We were talking about, digital computers and stuff earlier, but tech is not going away. Right. There are some really good things that come from it. So we do have some classes that go over like coding. Our kids can learn how to do 3D printing. We have probably about 5 to 10 3D printers here at our school that kids will use to create different projects and use in the classroom. We have a gardening class, which is actually pretty popular. So that's really cool. They've created different spots around our campus where they have planned what it's going to look like and planted the plants, and they go out and take care of them, those types of things. Chorus is one. We do like Money 101, learning basics of money and investments and insurance, those types of things. Drama has been offered before. We do FFA, like an intro to FFA. There's just a long list of different options that we give kids. One of my favorites in the spring, we have a Couch to 5K class. Okay. And so the kids will spend the 9 weeks building themselves up to run a 5K at the end of the school year. And it's kind of cool. They run through the town, they stop by the different elementary schools and finish out here at the track. It's a fun day. So those are some of our electives we offer. And then kids also have a class that we call Resource. This is just kind of an extra class that we fill with all of the extras that we need to fit in during the day. So we might do some enrichment during that time, or remediation if a student is struggling in math or reading. They'll get some extra help during that time. We also do a lot of social emotional learning during that time, where we have a different character trait each month. And so teachers will take time to talk about that, or just talk about a variety of topics that kids really need these days. Or sometimes we might just use it as study hall. Sure. And then they have lunch. Lunch is very important. Of course. That's part of lunch. So that's an hour as well. So that pretty much makes up their 9 hours for the day.
That is amazing. Lisa, this one flew by on us. We're already out of time, but you brought up 3D printers. You brought up Drama Club. You brought up just so many health. I mean, you can get involved with health. So many things to get involved with here in this incoming school year. We're very excited about it. Lisa, thank you so much for taking the time today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Lisa Mayhull, principal over at Pana Junior High. This has been the WTIM Pana Morning Show.
Now, Big 870 WTIM Assumption Taylorville, 96.1 W241 CF Taylorville, 107.5 W298 CD Shelbyville, 107.9